Just got another little spotted sea trout on, the same gulp.
That's Derrick Hunter, reeling in a speckled sea trout, and he loves being on the water.
Good sea trout, got him on the 3-inch natural color gulp.
I'm Cole Murray, and I'll have that story coming up on Game On Profiles.
That's Gaspar Ramirez, and when he's on his board and working on his tricks, Gaspar is in his element. He lives to skate, and we'll find out why this sport has become his passion.
Nut, keep that hand up. Let's go.
Kicking and punching is Venice High School student Erica Gustin. She has found a sport she loves. Erica loves martial arts training, and she has done remarkably well in the short time she's been there. All of those stories on this edition of Game On Profiles, and we kick off now.
Have fun, breathe.
That's six, you got to get out, don't walk.
There you go.
Hello and welcome to this edition of Game On Profiles, where you get the chance to meet some of the outstanding student athletes from our Sarasota County District High Schools. I'm Maverick Johnson. For this edition of Game On Profiles, we feature students involved in other sports. We'll meet a skateboarder, and later, a young woman learning about self-defense and martial arts. But first, we live in areas surrounded by water, and for those that take advantage of our beautiful waterways, there's no place they'd rather be. No exception for Derrick Hunter, a student at Venice High School. Derrick lives to spend time on the water, and for him, fishing is his sport of choice. Derrick's gotten pretty good. He works at a marina, and if not working, he's on the water fishing. Our student reporter, Cole Murray, went fishing with Derrick and his mentor and found out why being on the water is so important to Derrick.
It's gorgeous out today.
Derrick Hunter, like everyone, had to start somewhere.
I fished with my uncle a few times, just some freshwater stuff, and then behind one of my houses in Miami, some bass and peacock bass, but never really experienced the saltwater fishing that I have when I moved over here, and I learned a lot.
Being a quick learner, Derrick found that fishing is fun and easy way to connect with a lot of people.
Yeah, I came over here and I got into this shark team. We do some shark fishing off the beach, and they have a bay boat similar to this, and we go out and we fish all the time. We'll go shortly offshore, like 5-10 miles, and troll around, catch kings, tarpon fishing, and it's all kinds of stuff. And there's a lot of people fish over here, so it's easy to make friends over here and start fishing.
This area here we're coming up on is some oyster bars up here. You can see the shallows.
Helping to show Derrick the ropes is fishing captain Dave Babel.
Well, I first met Derrick. He was 14 or 15, came into our shop, asking a million questions about bait, tackle, where to fish, what bites where. Very inquisitive young lad.
Being inquisitive has paid off for Derrick, and he's glad we are surrounded by saltwater.
I've lived all over Florida, and this is by far the most favorite place I've lived. I love being on the water, and there's just water everywhere. You can go south to Northport, and you'll still be going over bridges on 41 and see big open bays. You go up to Sarasota, you see big Sarasota Bay, Anna Maria Island, Tampa Bay, all the passes, the jetties. It's magnificent.
Derrick has found a more relaxed atmosphere in his choice of sports.
Yeah, I played basketball a little bit my freshman year, but it didn't enjoy me as much. Coming out here is a lot less stressful. I mean, playing basketball is fun. You work hard, play hard, but coming out here, it's just a lot better life. It's a lot more free, and you're able to go at your own speed and do your own type of thing.
After switching from basketball to fishing 3 years ago, Derrick has found his love out on the water. Whether it's a fishing tournament or a charter boat, he has fun.
Natural color gulp. It's awesome because we sit on the beach, we kayak our baits out, drop our baits and kayak back, and we all just have our rods sitting in PVC pipes in the sand with our drag set low and our clickers on, and we just hang out all night. And usually you'll get your runs and your sharks on around sunset, maybe midnight, and it's just a big adrenaline rush when you hear your reel start singing and you set hook into that big shark, and sometimes you get them in, sometimes you don't, but it's always fun.
Captain Dave sees great potential in this young fisherman's future.
He'll be a great charter captain. He'll be, if you enjoy what you do, you'll be good at what you do, and he enjoys it. So he'll get him out there, and he's great at teaching somebody how to do what. Even in the shop there, we have a lot of kids that come in looking for, you know, gee, I want to do this, I want to do that, what do I use? And he'll walk them through each step of the process on what lure to use or how to put a shrimp on a hook, every element.
Applying his knowledge will help enable Derrick to complete his plans for the future.
Oh yeah, my buddy and my buddy Kyle, he just turned 18, and he's logging in all his hours to become a captain. He's gonna get all his hours logged, gonna get a boat, and I'm gonna do some first mating until I turn 18. I'm gonna log all my hours and get my own boat and start my own company. White jig head.
Derrick's on his way to catching his goal. Starting out in his career, we know he'll be enjoying the saltwater life right here in Florida for many years to come. So fish on.
Let him go.
Reporting for Game On Profiles, I'm Cole Murray.
All right, Cole, let's talk a little about fishing. Had you been fishing before? Are you a fisherman yourself?
Not exactly, but he definitely showed me the ins and outs out there on the water.
Well, you guys are both athletes, and I think one of the things that's interesting is you're a wrestler. You got to prepare before a match, and one of the things that I thought Derrick was kind of you brought up in the piece was learning everything from the gear to the tides to the water to what type of fish you're looking for. Is that something that you kind of learned a little bit on your excursion out with him?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, he's really picked his captain that he goes out there fishing with, his brain. He picked his brain a lot, and he knows a lot now.
Now, he does all kinds of fishing. I mean, he does it on the boat with you or him on that day, but he also does fishing on the beach, likes to night fish for shark, which is kind of interesting.
Yeah, he said he met a lot of friends doing that, you know, going out there on the beach, you know, catching some big sharks late at night. Sounds fun.
It's interesting because I know you played a lot of sports. You kind of settled on wrestling. He said he played some sports, in particular basketball, but he just seems like he has developed this passion for fishing.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think he was into the big competitiveness of, you know, going every day, you know, working real hard, but he likes the relaxed salt life, like he said in the story.
Very cool. And the thing that I find too interesting is he's already planning his career based upon fishing. He's going to become a first mate, wants to get a captain's license eventually once he turns 18 and he can do that, and have his own boat and his own business already. He's already got a plan.
Yeah, it's impressive, really. I mean, if he has the passion to do it, so, you know, nothing's holding him back to do that.
Great job on the story, Cole, and I'd be remiss if I didn't say great job for 3 years you've been with us here on the Education Channel. What's it been like here doing this?
I appreciate it. It's been a great experience. You know, it's been a privilege to be here and, you know, work on these stories. It's been a real great time.
All right, so your future plans this fall includes what? Give us a little thumbnail sketch on Cole Murray.
I'm going up to North Carolina to wrestle at UNCP in the fall, so.
Well, congratulations. Great job on the program for the last 3 years, and good luck at school and on the wrestling team.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
All right, we got more Game On Profiles in a minute. Stay with us here on the Education Channel.
That's Gaspar Ramirez. He's been skating for the past 8 years, and as you can see, he's gotten quite good on his board. I'm Shelby Shea, and I'll have that story coming up on Game On Profiles.
Don't look at me. Your hair's a bit frizzy today. Aww. You should pick that up. Oh, you're such a dork. Loser. Here, let me help you with that. Oops.
Every day, kids witness bullying.
Oh, look. Your crush is looking at you. Poor you.
They want to help, but don't know how.
See, no one here's gonna help you, because no one
Teach your
likes you.
kids how to be more than a bystander. Visit stopbullying.gov.
Get caught buzzed driving, and you could do some hard time.
Craig, knock it off.
Sorry, Mom.
It could cost you around $10,000 in fines, legal fees, and increased insurance rates. And that could set you back a few years. Buzzed, busted, and broke. Because buzz driving is drunk driving.
Welcome back to Game On Profiles. I'm Maverick Johnson. For our next story, the Payne Park Skate Park in Sarasota is a popular place in the summer, especially for those that spend every possible moment on their boards. We caught up with Booker High School student Gaspar Ramirez. Gaspar has been skating for 6 years, and as we're about to see, he's gotten quite good at his tricks. Our student reporter, Shelby Shea, watched Gaspar in action and found out what it takes to learn and do all those amazing tricks on the skateboard.
I just want a board with wheels and concrete.
Words to live by for Gaspar Ramirez, and he's found the sport that fits him.
You know, really like the sport and how it like the maneuvers, and everything's great about it.
Skateboarding to Gaspar is addictive, and he's on his board daily.
It's definitely addictive. I don't know, if I get hurt sometimes, I feel like I still want to skate even though I'm at my house. And sometimes like I'll be watching videos, skate videos online, and even though it's 12 o'clock at night, I still want to skateboard.
Nighttime might be the only thing that keeps Gaspar off his skateboard, and when he's not practicing, he's looking for new tricks to learn.
Yeah, I like favorite skaters. I look up to them, look them up, see if they have any new videos or other friends like from like New York or something.
Rain or shine, nothing keeps Gaspar from skating. If he can't skate here, he's on his way to an indoor facility in St. Pete, and his dream is to one day go pro.
Yeah, I've always dreamt about being a professional skater. Just because it's seeing like guys on TV, or like it's great, like how they sometimes even pros come down here and we get to meet them. It's great just having their autographs.
Gaspar has started to give back, and he likes to help others at the skate park.
Phenomenal. It's just how they react when they do all this. And I've had like campers. This is a camp week. I'm just showing them a new trick. They get really excited.
Gaspar likes the competitions, and he strives to do his best.
Yeah, I definitely push myself. Also with my friends. Friends are very good motivators, and I've overcome a lot of tricks with other friends.
Like most parents, Gaspars want their son to be safe.
Like when they come home with like bruises or something, they get worried, but I tell them that it's adrenaline, and sometimes I don't feel it, sometimes I do, but I'll be okay.
Gaspar sees a future for himself in the sport, and he has plans.
Yeah, I feel like it would be a part of my future, and sponsorships. I just want to, get out there and say that I'm here and see if I can go somewhere.
Go somewhere he will, and for Gaspar, as long as he's catching some air and working on his board, he is one happy skateboarder. Reporting for Game On Profiles, I'm Shelby Shea.
All right, Shelby, let's talk a little bit about skateboarding. What did you know about skateboarding before you did the story?
Pretty much nothing. I didn't know anything about skateboarding before I did this story.
All right, so your impressions the day you were out there watching practice, watching him do some tricks?
I was so impressed. I never knew how much went into skateboarding, and Gaspar he's very, very good. I was very impressed with him.
Talk to me about the shot where we just see like the course there in the park, where we don't really see a cameraman, we don't see him. What was going on in that shot?
That was very cool, actually. He was skateboarding, and we handed him the camera, so we had like a first-person view of what he gets to see when he does his skateboarding. It was very cool.
No fear. He talks about having no fear, bumps and bruises, gets hurts. Is that something that kind of impressed you as you watched him?
Very much so. I was very impressed by his lack of, maybe I could break my arm if I did this trick. No, that trick is cool. I can do that. He was just very, very fearless, very brave. He was just really into it.
It's interesting because he also talked about helping younger kids that want to learn. He's young himself, just getting ready to become a Booker freshman, but he was talking about helping young kids. That was kind of cool and impressive, and I saw some other kids there that day. Did you get that kind of aura when you were around him?
Yeah, I did. A lot of the younger kids, they were watching him. They thought, that's a very cool trick that Gaspar did. Maybe I could try it. And, he helps them out. He shows them how to do it. He's a very good mentor for the younger kids.
And then his next step, or something that he has a goal, is he actually wants to become a professional. I know we've seen the X Games and those kind of things throughout the time, but what's your take? Do you think he's serious about it? What do you think his future is there?
Absolutely. For somebody so young to be, so determined like he is, he has a plan. I absolutely think he can go pro. I think that it is within his abilities. I think he could do it.
Great job on the story. I love seeing these other kinds of stories, and he was fun to watch. Great job, Shelby.
Thank you.
All right, we've got more Game On Profiles in a minute. Stay with us here on the Education Channel.
That's Erica Gustin, and she has finally found the sport for her. And we'll tell you why she loves her classes and studying the martial arts. I'm Liz Leone, and I'll have that story coming up on Game On Profiles.
That's low, that's low. That's low. Look, he's blushing.
At shelters, you'll discover healthy and loving animals just waiting to become a part of your family. Why wait? You can make a difference in the life of an animal. A person is the best thing to happen to a shelter pet. Be that person and adopt your new best friend today. To find out more, visit theshelterpetproject.org.
Thank you for calling your GED Pep Talk Center. All right, now, are you ready for your GED Pep Talk?
Being nervous is okay. It just shows that you're serious about getting your diploma.
A lot of things are scary. Heck, I'm scared of clowns.
No quiero ir. No lo puedo hacer.
DMC, life in your pep talk style.
Just keeping it real, Debs. Just keeping it real.
Whatever motivation you need, we've got a pep talk for you. Get your GED pep talk and find free classes at yourged.org.
Welcome back to Game On Profiles. I'm Maverick Johnson. For our final story, learning how to defend yourself is important to some students. One of those interested in learning how to protect herself is a Venice High School student, Erica Gustin. Erica started her martial arts training just over a year ago and has found it her passion. Erica loves the hard practices, and our student reporter Liz Leone found out why this sport has become so important to Erica.
Hana, do, set, net, keep that hand up.
For Erica Gustin, this is the best part of her day.
I like how it can help me be focused, and it keeps me a bit active instead of just sitting around and doing nothing.
Do, set, net.
Sitting around and doing nothing is not for Erica. and that's why she decided to get started in the martial arts.
I get to pretty much go crazy on the punching bag, and it just, instead of, you know, trying to hold it in and just not take it out on anything whatsoever, it's more of I get to take it out on something certain in a safe and healthy way.
Let's go.
Erica's instructor is Buck Buckmaster. He's been teaching the martial arts to students for 23 years, and he sees something special in Erica.
She's done very well. I mean, and she is very flexible, which is also nice. And when you work with people in school that are willing to grow and willing to learn, it makes my job so much easier.
Erica has been involved in martial arts for the past year, and she loves knowing that she can now defend herself against her older brothers. Her sensei says that with her work ethic and attitude, she has been a great addition to the classes.
She has improved so much, her confidence. When she was timid from coming into working with guys and stuff, now she works with other people that are much bigger than me. You know, they come in, and she was talking about her brothers. Her brothers are huge, you know, so now she feels like she has no problem going one-to-one with them and with a smile on her face. Keep the hands up.
Learning the art of self-defense has been good for Erica, and she works hard when she hits the class.
It does take a lot. It's a lot of hard work. You have to, you know, keep coming. You can't just go, oh, I'll come this day and then stop for like a few weeks or a few months. You have to constantly come in to keep in shape and keep up, and just to keep earning your degrees and belts and stuff like that.
Make sure you finish them off when you're down there. Her energy level is so huge, you know, and when there's other people in here, she just lightens up the room, and everybody's glad she's here, you know, so it's a good fit. Right there with the knee.
Erica is taking classes in the cosmetology program at the Sarasota County Technical Institute. She will graduate in 2014, and she is planning to continue her education.
I hope to go off to college and get my business degree, and a long way in the future I'll have my own salon and be a hairdresser also.
There you go.
Erica plans to continue her self-defense classes, and it's really worked out for her.
I'm here to just, you know, stay active and not just kick around, and just instead of, you know, going to work, then staying at home for most of my time and hanging out with friends, it's something to keep me active and keep me out of the house instead of annoying the crap out of my parents.
Make sure you get that wrist bent back more.
Erica Gustin, one Venice High student who's found the sport for her, learning how to defend herself through the martial arts.
Get right on top and then drive that knee in.
Reporting for Game On Profiles, I'm Liz Leone.
Make sure you throw some kicks. There you go.
Such a great job by Liz on that awesome story. Unfortunately, Liz couldn't be with us. She has volleyball practice at Venice High School. So we'll have more Game On Profiles in a minute. Stay with us here on the Education Channel.
I wouldn't have been at this ceremony if I hadn't been at this ceremony first. Unfortunately, nearly 30% of U.S. high school students aren't making it to graduation. And every one of us, every parent, every friend, and neighbor, has the responsibility to provide the support and encouragement they need to make it through. Because we all need to see a lot more of these pictures.
Jack Frost, you do have beautiful teeth.
My what?
Are they really as white as they say? Yes! Oh, they really do sparkle like freshly fallen snow. This is an excellent example of what teeth should look like. Check out the iridescence of that incisor, the beauty of that bicuspid, the magnificence of those molars. And the best way to achieve such terrific teeth is brushing. 2 minutes, twice a day. Not 30 seconds, not 1:45. 2 minutes. That's all it takes. They're beautiful.
Here's to the things that can keep us safe. Those we use all the time with hardly a thought. Those that are silently standing by to save our lives. And now, those that we carry with us everywhere we go. Many mobile devices will now bring you wireless emergency alerts, real-time information directly from local sources you know and trust. With the unique sound and vibration, you'll be in the know wherever you are.
Well, that'll wrap up this edition of Game On Profiles. We want to thank all of our student reporters for their fine stories. For all of us from Game On Profiles, we thank you for joining us. I'm Maverick Johnson. Game on!